All right, today we have a clip here of Glenn Beck defending a white nationalist. Not really surprising to anybody at this point. Here it is.
We have, by the way, you'll be happy to know that finally, the Vermont guy that everybody's been talking about that had a torch at the Charlottesville rally, go back in your memory. I mean, I know it just happened, and it's still on everybody's mind. It was the second worst thing that's ever happened to America since the Civil War. But the Charlottesville...
Yeah, so since Glenn Beck is being a complete condescending asshole here, and he's didn't actually remind anybody of what he's talking about, in case you might not remember, the Charlottesville rally that Glenn Beck is talking about was a white nationalist rally that happened in Charlottesville, Virginia, the state where I live. And you guys can go and look it up. All you need to look up is 2017 Charlottesville white nationalist rally, and you guys will find all of the information on it. A lot of terrible things happened there. There was a car that drove through a crowd of people, and it was a really big mess. It shouldn't have happened in the first place, so the rally should have never taken place. But Glenn Beck says, it was 2017, so, does anyone even remember that far back? I mean, that far back, 2017? Jesus.
This guy wasn't charged with beating anybody or anything. He just had a torch. And apparently...
Open flame?
An open flame.
Oh
well,
my
apparently
gosh,
in Virginia, it is a crime because, Klan.
Yeah.
They kind of like, hey, nobody carrying around anything on fire.
Okay. I mean, it's a good safety tip.
It's a good safety tip, and it's also with the Klan, you can kind of understand
Sure.
it. Anyway, this happened in 2017, and he's just been charged with a felony for marching in a demonstration with a torch.
So... something that Glenn Beck, I'm sorry, it's so goofy to me. Something that Glenn Beck is purposely neglecting to tell his audience, to just say on his show about this demonstration that this individual was charged with a crime charged very recently with a crime, having a torch. They were charged specifically with, just so you guys can see it here, a single count, each individual, of burning an object with the intent of intimidating a person or a group of people. The charge carries a maximum penalty of up to 5 years in prison because it is a crime here in Virginia to do what they did. But something that Glenn Beck was purposely not telling, purposely neglecting to tell his audience about this demonstration. I say demonstration because it wasn't a demonstration at all. It was a white nationalist rally, and that's what we're going to call it because that's what it is, was many people at that rally were chanting, "Jews will not replace us," quote unquote. Pretty normal stuff for what Glenn Beck is calling demonstrations, apparently. Obviously, I'm joking there. It's not normal stuff. Normal people that aren't fucking complete racists don't walk around and say, "Jews will not replace us," because it's a crazy-ass racist thing to say. But, even though this guy, this individual that he is talking about, did potentially do something, despite being at the white nationalist rally, because that's not a problem. That doesn't even matter. If he's at a white nationalist rally, I'm sorry, it was just a demonstration. I'm sorry. He was just at a demonstration that happened to be a white nationalist rally, so that's not problematic. But even though he literally did break the law, even though he was actively breaking the law by, again, having an open flame, and he was also charged with the burning an object with the intent of intimidating someone, even though he literally did break the law, doesn't matter. It's law and order when it's someone like a black person potentially breaking the law, or someone who's a leftist or a Democrat. But when it's a white nationalist, when it's literally a fucking Nazi, law and order, what? We're going to charge this guy with a crime for committing a crime? What? What is this, North Korea? China? What is this, a communist nation? We're going to charge a white nationalist with a crime when he committed a crime? What, are you serious? Are you serious? That's just what Glenn Beck thinks, though.
He's just been charged with a felony.
Okay, great. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how long ago that was. It really doesn't matter how long ago it was. And this is honestly something that I really have a struggle with understanding, and I don't know if it even applies in a case like this. It probably doesn't, but I think something like the statute of limitations is I just don't understand how that can exist for certain things. Again, I don't know if that exists in this specific case for something like this, but Glenn Beck is making the argument. Well, it was 2017. What are you're charging him now? It was 2017. No one even remembers it. So, despite whether he did something, I mean, he could have murdered someone. What you're charging him now in 2023? It's sorry, but apparently you're 7 years too late. You can't charge someone 7 years later for a crime, even if they were never properly prosecuted. We can't do that. Remember, Law and Order.
What year? Is this a recorded show?
No.
Okay.
No, it's currently 2023.
Okay.
Now remember, guys, it's Law and Order when it's everybody else, but when it's a conservative, literally a fucking Nazi, when it's a Nazi that's breaking the law, it's a what? We're charging him now? What? Meanwhile, these are the same people that claim that Jordan Neely shouldn't have even been on the subway. He should have been locked up because of a criminal past that he had. But when it's a white nationalist, it's what? We're charging him now? We're 2023? It's just I can't get past this. I really can't get over how fucking stupid these guys are. Run around and bitch and whine about Law and Order like this is fucking like America is fucking an anarchy state where people can do whatever they want when it's not like that at all. And it's ridiculous to me.
It happened in 2017. They just busted him.
Oh, sorry, buddy. Again, that Law and Order thing that you guys cry about like little fucking children that don't get the candy at the front of the store when they ask for it and their mom tells them no, that fucking shit that you guys complain about all the time, it applies to you too. If we're gonna use your own logic against you, that Law and Order shit that you guys like to talk about, that shit applies to you too, whether you're a white nationalist or not. I'd hate to break that to you.
And charged him with a felony.
Oh, boo fucking who? Cry about it. Fucking keep crying about it. I love watching grown men cry about white nationalists being charged with felonies when they break the law. Fucking it's just... Guys, there's so much stuff that I want to say and I can't because YouTube won't let me.
By the way, 170 crimes, no, nothing.
Oh, yeah, when he says 170 crimes there, he's talking about... It's not in the clip. It's not in this clip. This is only half of the clip that we have here because I didn't want to play the whole show because the video would be super long. But preceding this, he said that he asked his producers to find just concrete proof of how many crimes Hunter Biden has committed. And he said that they have absolute, undeniable, concrete proof of 170 crimes that Hunter Biden has committed. Glenn Beck and The Blaze apparently fully investigating Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden, and coming to the conclusion that he committed 170 crimes. Literally, apparently, they have more resources than all of the law enforcement, all of the government agencies that might be or could be investigating Hunter Biden. And again, this is something that I've said before, but it doesn't even matter. It doesn't need to be said. And I'm sure that almost every progressive thinks this. If Hunter Biden committed a crime, Hunter Biden needs to be prosecuted for a crime. Do we have concrete evidence that Hunter Biden has committed the crimes that these people are saying he has committed? No, but again, if Hunter Biden committed a crime, he should be prosecuted. I 100% agree with that. These people are literally just using this as a boogeyman. They don't have any proof. He says 170 crimes. By the way, 170 crimes, and they're prosecuting this white nationalist. They're prosecuting a Nazi for breaking the law when Hunter Biden committed 170 crimes that I totally have real proof of.
But that damn torch.
The Glenn Beck Program.
Sad, pathetic, complete corporate shill. Really, really, really. It's just, a lot of the time, guys, I see someone like that, and I don't know how someone like that is just not a complete shell of a man. I don't know how he can get up every day and spew hate like that. I really don't know how people can be so full of hate and so bigoted when they're this old and they have a platform that they could be using to spread truth and positivity, and yet they use it for this nasty, disgusting, racist shit. That's going to be it for the video. If you guys like the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, press that bell, turn on all notifications so you guys never miss an upload.